so excited I got to play that absolutely stunning, gorgeous, beautiful music that was made just for this. Finally, I figured out how to do it. Yay! Okay, I'm going to tell you a story. Another one, right? I'm full of stories. I cannot keep up with my life, and many people have told me we can't keep up with your life either. Anyway, so I got very, very sidetracked for a long time. I was absolutely chained to my desk for weeks and weeks and weeks and scanning piles of documents. It was a whole big, long document thing, and it went on and on and on and on. And I'm finally done with it, and I'm very, very excited. As soon as I finished, because I did finish a while ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, as soon as I finished, I started having problems with my chariot. And as some of you may know, I am what I call a chariot driver. So I started having problems, and it would go backwards just fine, but it wouldn't go forward. And it was to the point that I could not get out of my house. And it was extremely, I wouldn't say upsetting, because, of course, when you're trapped in your house and you can't leave. Bleh. So I started just contacting people and calling agencies and asking this person and that person. And I finally figured out a temporary solution. I will say it's extremely uncomfortable, but I have more new solutions coming. So I'm very happy about that and excited that the people that are bringing the new chariot, it's going to take a couple months, but they're saying, lady, you're driving like a family van, and we're going to get you a Mercedes. And I'm like, wow. And I know someone that says that they want a Porsche. And I also have someone in my life, I should say, there was a coach for the seminary that would say, every time you see a Porsche or you hear someone talk about a Porsche, you know that's spirit speaking. So anyway, uncharacteristically, in all of these troubles and all of these hurdles and challenges, and like, how can I get to Albuquerque to get the replacement temporary chair when I need to get into my vehicle and then have enough room to get out with a new chair? It was like, okay, and things just started falling into place, which I am extremely grateful for. So that's a very good thing. And also, I don't know, man, something happened in the middle of all this. Something happened. I don't know if anyone else is feeling this, but my psychic senses are just blowing me out of the water. My dreams are like, back to crystal clear and color, and it's very, very intense. And I'm just very happy and excited about all of this fun stuff. And I'm getting ready. I'm really getting ready to tell you about the new plans and the new ideas and the new offerings that I'm going to have coming soon. I'm somewhat guided to talk about this stuff and release this stuff, and even to come back today watching the astrology. And I am not an astrologer, okay? I hang out with astrologers, I know astrologers, I follow astrologers all the time. But it is extremely complex, and I will say I am not an astrologer. However, because the astrology has been so incredibly intense, and it's going to get even more intense. April is a really big, really active month. I have decided that I am going to allow myself to feel that and to go with that and to follow it and to announce what's coming. But as I say, while all this, chained to my desk, and my intuition and my psychic senses. So I'm going to back up. When I was young and I would get psychic hits, I would always say, I don't know how to turn it on and off, right? And that would just make me crazy. And then I started studying oracles, and I figured out that the oracle cards were what turned it on and off. And then I kind of pivoted to my enchanted divination readings, and those ramped up my psychic senses even more. And now it's like I don't need anything more than my own mindset. Like, okay, I'm going to tune in, and I'll just get in that space and off I go. I learn stuff, I hear stuff, I know stuff. And so I don't have to rely on an external anything. Does that mean I've stopped using everything else that I've learned? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that my abilities are going beyond what I would have imagined, and I'm able to access more and better and more clearly than I would have ever dreamed of or imagined. Okay? So that's what's coming. That's part of what's coming. And I want to also share, because I had a beautiful conversation with a friend the other day about what the opalescent means. And I'm going to tell you my story because I have it on my channel here, but it was not live, and I don't think anyone's going and looking at it. And this story is so out of this world. So you saw in the introduction that I have these clouds going across the sky, right? Well, that's just a tiny little reminder that of my opalescent experience. So back up. I wish I knew when this happened. It happened before 2001. I have a feeling it was either 1999 or 2000. So let's say around there, right? 25 years ago. So I'm in my house. I call it the palace now. It was a gigantic old 100-year-old farmhouse in northern Wisconsin, northeastern Wisconsin. And I'm sitting in what we called our reading room, and it was just lined with books. I mean, there are bookshelves everywhere. And I'm sitting in this chair, and this chair has a little bit of a rock to it. And my kid is in the chair next to me, and they were reading, if I'm not mistaken, they were reading a book that was like explaining how to read Egyptian hieroglyphs. Like, oh, I swear that child. Anyway, so it was a little too early to start dinner. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to sit down and do this meditation for a bit. And I turned on, whoops, I didn't turn off my phone. I turned on this, oh my God, comments. Susie, I love you. Oh my God, I love you. I adore you, honey. We got to catch up. So anyway, so I'm sitting in this chair and I'm going to date myself. I don't care. I turned on the tape recorder because I got these tapes someone told me to get. And they said, and they're tapes to remote viewing. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Anyway, so I'm listening to this tape, going along, probably about 2 minutes into the tape, I'm out. I just go out. When I meditate, I just go out. And I'm standing in this brilliant white cloud, and that's all there is white cloud. Nothing, no one, and I have no body, right? So there I am in this white cloud. All of a sudden, I'm looking around, I see these little sparkles of like pink and blue and yellow, and they're all over this brilliant white cloud. And then my head fills with this big, huge, rushing noise. And when it comes from inside your head like that, it feels like the whole world is hearing the same noise, right? And I'm listening to this, it's getting louder and louder, and all of a sudden it starts hitting my non-existent chest, and I'm in the chair, like just rocking and getting hit with these waves. And then I realized there are waves of the most intense, unconditional, divine, amazing love beyond what I could ever, ever, ever have imagined. And that is what I want to share. I want to create. When I went to get my website, this is after, so from this experience, okay, I come out of the experience, and my kid looks at me and he's like, Mom, what were you doing? Forget it. Like, I can't explain it. I was just like, what was that? What was that? So I have been on a quest for about 25 years trying to figure out what was that, right? Jump forward maybe, I don't know, 10, 12 years, 10 years, let's say. And I was changing my name. I changed my name after I got divorced from my ex-husband. Their last name was Grimsby. And it was like, no, I'm done with the dark. I need something bright and shiny and lively. And that's when I decided to take my name from that experience, because I talked about it. Not many people know about it, but I talked about it as if I was walking in an opal, because I had a ring many years ago that was a white opal, and it had a lot of fire in it. And in a stone, that means like a lot of light. And it had sparkles of pink and blue and yellow. And then I decided that's what I'm going to take. I'm going to use opalescent as my name and carry that intense divine love that is waiting for all of us on the other side. That's what it is. Okay, that divine space. So when I talked to my friend earlier, about a week ago, she goes, I astral travel at night. And I'm like, oh, really? So what was your experience? And she says, it was like a purple nebulae. And then we were talking about what it felt like and how amazing it was. So I know that at least one other person has experienced the intensity of this love. And what I want to share with people is there is a way to get there. And we have to work through, as we're working on our path, some of the stuff that we're carrying that we don't need to carry, that we shouldn't be carrying, or whatever. And we can get there. We can all get to this beautiful divine space. And I'm going to explore more and try to figure out how to help people, how they can access this amazing, amazing space. But what's important is the ego stuff we have to get through, the self-judgment and the self-sabotage and our lack of courage and our lack of deserving and our unworthiness and our shame and all of the BS, right? All of the stuff that we've learned while we're here on earth that we get to undo when we leave. And that's what we got to do. We got to start learning how to undo it so we can leave cleaner and lighter and with more freedom and with a deeper sense of commitment to our soul's path. And that's my message for today. And if you want to know more, I encourage you. I will add it to the show notes. I keep saying this and then I don't do it. So today I'm going to do it. If you go to Opalescent World and click on the free training tab, scroll all the way to the bottom, put your name in there, your email. You'll get the emails for the lead magnet that I made for the way to learn a little bit about divination and what it is and how to use it, okay? And then you'll also get announcements that I'm going to be making about something coming real quick. Probably, I'm going to say about 10 days, I will start telling you about that. So if you're here and if you're in and if you're up for it, I want to hear about it. Drop me another comment. And I'm going to share something that I made as an ending to bathe you all in opalescent love. I hope you enjoy. Take care. Talk to you soon. Okay? Bye. See you soon.